Do 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 do. Trying to react to music or nah? Shoot, you got some? You got something to play me, brody? But yeah, we gonna see you this time out. Right here, we got things you cannot look tough doing. I already got two in my head. You probably gonna think. Let's see.
I don't know if it's just
Bye. Who is this? Bye, GG Grimy. See what's talking about.
me, but it feels like a lot of people have the wrong definition of what being a man is. And maybe it's because there's been an influx of red pill losers who've been plaguing the internet, claiming that in order to be a real man, you need to have millions of dollars, a car that costs at least 6 figures, a woman that will double as your pet, and most importantly, have an ego that's bigger than Natalie Nunn's chin. Seriously, bro, these red pillers think they can walk into a room and people will just start bowing down like we finished performing Romeo and Juliet or something. Being a real man is about responsibility, empathy, humility, and maturity. So today, we'll be discussing some of the most innocuous junctures and occasions that would make even Hannibal Lecter look like a cutie patootie. Comment down below some other things that you...
What in the world did he just... Hold on, run that back.
Occasions that would make even... So today, we'll be discussing some of the most innocuous junctures and occasions that would make even Hannibal Lecter look like a cutie patootie. Comment down below some other things that you can't look tough doing.
Stop.
And like and subscribe if you're new. And just as a heads up, these aren't things that people should look tough doing in the first place. For example, if someone's walking down a hill, nobody should look tough doing that. But fulfilling said act might make you look a little bit silly, you know what I'm saying? And also, everything said in this video is a joke, you feel me? Because I already know, I can already smell the comments. You sound so insecure. Just shut up and enjoy the video. So since I already brought it up, we might as well start with walking down a hill. I don't give a damn how strong your quads, calves, or toe joints are. Hell, I don't care if you got iron glutes like Patrick Starr in this motherfucker. Walking down a hill will automatically turn your entire lower half into jelly. No matter how promptly or sluggishly I walk down that motherfucker, I always end up looking more childish in a kindergarten classroom, bro. My ACLs are literally fighting for their lives. Not to mention the fact that my arms start...
That's why you gotta hit one of these. As you're going down the hill, you gotta keep your arms together so that you're not flailing around. That's what you gotta do. I'm telling you. It works every time.
Swinging out of control, so I just end up looking like one of those fucking inflatable tube men at the car dealership. That hill turns into a Victoria's Secret runway real quick. At this point, I'm gonna just start rolling down hills like Cannonball or something. The only person that I can remember that made drinking out of a straw look badass is Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction. But the average Joe makes drinking out of a straw look like the most formidable display of all time, bro.
You gotta go side. Gotta sit from side, kid. Like, gotta pay attention to goddamn I forgot what I was gonna say. Drink from the side, bro. Oh.
About how he went on a merciless killing spree after mobsters killed his dog that is now to be telling me the most. But the average Joe makes drinking out of a straw look like the most formidable display of all time, bro. Somebody could be telling me the most badass story about how he went on a merciless killing spree after mobsters killed his dog that his now deceased wife had given him. But the moment his lips couple with that straw, all aura is lost. It is physically impossible to look cool while your lips are perched like a fucking bird. And don't even get me started on niggas that order Starbucks. Motherfuckers be looking like Anthony Mackie while sipping on an iced strawberry Cindy Lou Who with extra cream, extra caramel, and 2 shots of a Toyota Camry. But the only thing that might look inferior...
I mean, that kind of sound good, though. My bad.
Drinking out of a straw is when niggas miss the straw completely and end up looking like a 40-year-old man trying to send a thirst trap. Seriously, bro, I'll have the straw in the perfect trajectory, right in my sights. And then all of a sudden, that motherfucker wanna start doing the Cupid shuffle, and now I gotta cosplay as Venom in order to dissipate my drink. Speaking of which, it feels like the only time I drink out of straws is when I go out to eat. And when that happens, I usually find myself wedged between my family or friends in a fucking booth. Now that's bad enough, but getting up and leaving from the booth is an entire different conundrum. That dumbass bounce slide shuffle is one of the most demeaning things ever. And then 95% of booths got that fugazi ass leather made from horse ass cheeks and shit, so I end up getting super glued to the seats anyway and taking even longer to get out of the booth. I'm in that booth longer than a dedicated rapper, and God forbid somebody on the inside or at the end of the booth has to go to the bathroom or something, because now multiple people gotta get up. Another thing you can't look tough doing is using your legs as a table. You know, the infamous cookout legs. Now in turn,
ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. I know I'ma stand on that firm. Ain't nothing wrong with that. These legs are firm. telling you, I don't care if I'm gonna eat my food. I don't feel like holding it. Sit right here, I'm gonna eat it. What you talk about? I'm not going for that. Not going for that. I can look tough doing that, bro.
In terms of effectiveness, the cookout legs get a 12 out of 10. I've never seen anybody's food or plate fall when utilizing this method. But aesthetically, this shit gotta be a negative too, bro. I'm sitting with my cousin trying to eat a hamburger and some burnt ass hot dogs that look like somebody amputated Darth Vader's fingers while being the most knock-kneed Negro at the function. I'm dead ass looking like Katie at the free throw line, bro. Knees tighter than a hipster's jeans. There's no way you'd be able to take anybody on this planet serious when they're applying this posture. Over there looking like a spatchcock chicken and shit. Now, we've probably reached the most infamous and relatable scenario in this entire video, eating a banana. But first, let me ask all my male viewers.
I knew that's what I was thinking. You gotta tear that both. You gotta tear it. You gotta tear it. When you by yourself, you can eat regularly, but like when you around it, like you gotta tear that bit.
Question: should we as men still have such an immature and trivial mindset surrounding the consumption of this potassium-powered fruit, even going so as far as to shame and ridicule those who partake in said action? No. However, do I still fall victim to the very?
I ain't ate a banana like normally in years though. Cause I usually, every time I use bananas for smoothies.
Social construct that I condemned seconds ago? Yes. I've seen people eat bananas in the most mind-boggling ways just because they were scared of being judged or slandered. I kid you not, I've seen some people break off pieces of a banana and eat that motherfucker like it's a pack of Skittles. It should never have to get to this point, bro. But to be fair, motherfuckers, you trying to act like a brother can enjoy a banana on a warm summer afternoon. I'm just trying to enjoy a nice snack and now I'm getting jumped by the potassium police and the banana brigade. As long as you're not giving the banana the Tiana Trump titillation, there really shouldn't be a problem. But there's always that one friend that has to make it weird for everybody else in the room. As for me, I just throw that motherfucker between two slices of bread. Can't get caught lacking out here, bro. Now I'm pretty sure we've all been walking into an establishment, whether that be a gas station, a gym, an abortion clinic, and you see someone who's about to make it to the entrance before you. But here's the kicker: there's just enough distance in between the two of you that you gotta do that goofy ass jog to the door as they hold it open. But some of y'all be doing too much. Like there's been times where I'm dead ass an entire football field away from the door, and this prehistoric ass man.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I be hitting one of the. You see the door open? You hit. My bad. Appreciate it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, common courtesy. That's just how it goes, bro. I don't know why.
Wants to hold the door for me, staring at me hard as hell, talking about allow me. Motherfucker, how about you allow them fiber vitamins to digest first, you senile slob? Got me moving like Zion Williamson trying to get to this fucking door. Like, my nigga, you are not this considerate nor supportive. Just go ahead and let the door close. Sometimes I think people do this on purpose just to see others try and hustle to the door. Now, I don't know how tall any of y'all are, but I'm about average height, you know, like 5'10", 5'11", 6 foot if the right woman ass. But any hoosies, most of the time if I'm sitting down anywhere, my feet are planted into the ground like I'm an oak tree or something. But on those few rare and infrequent occasions where my feet are dangling like the sneakers in Like Mike, I feel very frivolous. How is someone supposed to take me serious when I'm sitting on the edge of a bed looking like a damn Chucky doll, bro? Legs dangling without a care in the world. Especially when I'm sitting on one of those tall ass stools. Like, in order for my feet to touch the ground, I damn near gotta start melting out of my seat. There's no reason for me as a grown ass man to ever be in this vexatious circumstance. Feet swinging harder than 88 Mike Tyson. Trying to put a fitted sheet on a bed is like trying to get Asmongold to take a shower. It's a tale as old as.
Especially the corner where the bed is actually connected to, like, you gotta jump on the bed and then you gotta hit one of these. You gotta and make sure you gotta get in there, make sure to tuck in, you gotta pull back, and sometimes when you pull back a little too hard, then the other bed sheet come off and you gotta do it again. Like, my bad. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like, I be going through that when I try to set the bed and shit.
I'm over here sweating like James Brown trying to put this motherfucker on, bro. The moment I put the last corner on, the other three want to pop off like some janky fireworks. In my humble opinion, this is at least a 3-person job. The question shouldn't be how many people does it take to screw in a light bulb. It should be how many people does it take to put a fitted sheet on a bed. I'm in this bitch looking like a flying squirrel, you know what I'm saying? Straight spread eagle. Pause. I just end up looking completely childish, bro. Especially when your bed is in the corner of your room, because now this task becomes even more strenuous. But as if that wasn't disheartening enough, the moment I finally sit down on the bed, it turns into a motherfucking mousetrap and all 4 corners want to jump my ass like a gang initiation or something. Not gonna lie, bro, putting on chapstick has to single-handedly be.
I've never had that. You different, kid. I ain't never had that. That's crazy.
One of the most feminine things I have to deal with. Now, I personally use the stick to apply my chapstick, but y'all niggas that use Vaseline or like Carmex and spread that shit across them brittle ass lips are a different breed. I couldn't imagine using my fingers to spread fucking ectoplasm across my lips. But then I've also seen people use the toddler crayon technique and full on use the gorilla grip. I'm talking about firmly grasp it and just drag the chapstick across their face like a Neanderthal. Bottom line is, there's no manly way to apply chapstick, so just do what's best for you. But after days of intense and thorough research, the manliest way that I have found to put on chapstick is to first simply apply the substance to your homie's lips and just... Am I the only person who always feels awkward and unrefined whenever I'm pushing a shopping cart? I don't know if it's because I have long arms or something, but I often feel vexatious. So how do I compensate for said matter? By leaning over and pushing the cart like I'm a decrepit old man. I'm in aisle 5 looking like the damn hunchback of Notre Dame, and in return I end up looking like an absolute zest fest in the middle of the store. But if I'm really sitting there pondering and contemplating about what I'm gonna buy, you can almost guarantee that I'm busting this move out. Or if I'm waiting in line at the checkout, I'm gonna immediately slump over like a dehydrated plant, bro. Like, just look at this dude. You know he's exclusively looking for the gluten-free, low-carb, sugar-free, soy-free, fat-free, organic pita chips or something. The least daunting spectacle of all time, bro. Now, I know for a fact that a lot of y'all have experienced this one firsthand. Sometimes when I'm putting on a do-rag, that shit be looking a little sassy, bro. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, sometimes I be feeling like I got a 30-inch bust down on top of my head. I caught myself the other day swinging my do-rag like a Puerto Rican model or something. I genuinely had to sit there and question myself and all my actions for a couple minutes. It's like you don't even notice you're doing this shit until someone points it out. I feel like this also applies to people with long hair that covers their entire face like Samara Morgan. Some of y'all niggas be looking like y'all applying to be in a fucking Pantene commercial or something. This L'Oreal Paris ass gesture, bro. But shout out to all the gentlemen with long hair. Another thing you can't look solemn doing is blowing on your food. I know some of you niggas are too big and bad at blowing your food and just have to use the...
Man, who isn't it, bro? Y'all, if y'all really thinking that deep, bro, you can't eat around me, folks. Like, you can't eat around me, folks.
Method, but I prefer to have fully functional and operational taste buds. So if the food is too hot, best believe that I'm treating that motherfucker like the big bad wolf. I don't care how childish I look, but I know that a lot of y'all are probably used to having hot mouths anyway because y'all breath can melt glaciers with a single sigh. The last thing I want to talk about is walking through a spider web. This will deadass make me go 0 to 100 in a matter of seconds. One moment I'm walking, minding my own business. The next I'm looking like a prime Mr. Crocker, bro.
I think I got one in my room right now. I need to get that brush. Get in the corner. Nasty. Ugh.
My soul transcends time and space instinctively. And as y'all know, spider webs are pretty much stronger than tungsten, so trying to get that shit off is damn near insurmountable. But I think that's gonna wrap everything up for this video, man. Comment down below some more things you can look tough doing.
Man. I still look tough with whatever I do. I'm that guy. For me.